on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Josh with Graded Investors. Appreciate you guys coming out and checking out the video. So today we're going to be talking about selling cards on eBay. We're going to specifically be talking about how I price them. I'm going to give you guys some ideas on things to do. I am going to be setting up 3 buy it nows today, just to kind of walk you guys through my process. If you guys want to do auctions, I can tell you guys what I've done in the past, show you guys some results. But the big thing is, we've all got cards. We've got cards we love, we've got cards we don't, and we've got cards that we're going to keep, right? Here's a great example of a card that I'm going to keep. This right here is a Max Kepler. It's out of Topps Gilded. I wish I'd bought some. I didn't buy any Topps Gilded when I saw it for a good price. Price is just absolutely left. But I had to pick one up. One of my twins picked up a Max Kepler for a very fair price. So that's a card that I'm not going to sell. It's going to go in my PC box. I'm going to keep it. Just kind of a fun card for me to have. But when it comes to cards that you get in, maybe you're grading to flip. Maybe you're just moving some cards that you don't love. Maybe you're clearing out some space for some new cards. I know that's definitely what I'm doing. I'm also in the middle of a challenge where I'm trying to get all of the 2022 football glass mosaic in PSA 10. So any that come in as a 9, I'm going to move. Any of them that come in as a 10, I'm going to keep until I complete the set. So appreciate you guys checking in. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I am, again, just going to go over my process so that you guys can kind of see what I do to get cards loaded in. So first things first, let's take a peek at what cards we have. So here's the cards that we have. I've got 3 cards here. One is a card. I have fun ripping Pokemon. I don't know if you guys like to rip anything that you don't necessarily collect a ton of. I do have some PC Pokemon. They're just fun ones that I love. But when you hit a good one like this Gardevoir, happen to get a PSA 10. It's a nice card. It should sell well. I also have a Kenny Pickett Blue that I'm going to flip. And then I was talking about the set I'm putting together. I actually already have a 10 Matt Corral
from Ole Miss.
A little bit later. I didn't know I was going to get a 10. You know, you send in a couple, you hope to get 1 10 so you can put it in your set. Any of the other ones, had I gotten a second 10, I would sell one of the 10s, keep one of the 10s. I'm going to keep them until I get the set together, and then hopefully I'm going to get a nice display put together for that particular set. But the Kenny Pickett was intended to flip. That was I just opened a few packs of Donruss and had pulled those up. So let's jump over to the left screen. Here is your basic eBay. We're going to start off with the 2022 Mosaic Matt Corral Glass. PSA 9. So I keep it pretty simple. The more words you put in, the more difficult it is to find. So you can see it pulled up a few. You can see somebody's got one for 50 bucks. Somebody's got one for 130. So we kind of know that they're moving around at that price or less probably. So I click recent solds and you can see here 65 sold, 37 sold, 43, right? So, you know, 35, 40 bucks, not bad. I mean, they're selling at fair prices. So I'm just going to click sell one like this. For this one here, I'll show you guys what it's like to set up an auction. Actually, we'll just set up an auction on this one. So first things first, I'm doing this on my computer. I'm going to show you guys my process. My process is a 2-part process. 1, find the card, price it, make sure all the information's right. I do this on a PC, okay? For me, what I like to do is I'll go pull out like 40, 50 cards when I sit down to watch football, right? Monday night football, Thursday night football, and then, you know, obviously on Sunday we got a lot of football. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depending on if I have friends over or whatever. But the big thing is take out a bunch of cards. Grab your laptop, go sit down and start finding your cards. So we're going to go over kind of how this person has it put in there. Here's what I don't like. They've only used, sorry, scroll down a little bit. They've only used 66 out of 80. So we're going to write in Panthers just because I think that's important. And then we're going to put SSP. It's a case hit, so I think that qualifies as SSP. That will be the eternal argument for everybody. It is Panini. It is a rookie. It is graded 9. It is from PSA. So we'll scroll down. Manufacturer Panini, perfect. Parallel variety. It is not that. It's actually a glass The reason I do this on a computer versus on my phone, you can do this stuff on the phone. I'm just telling you, functionally, it's so much faster on the computer, in my opinion. So those are good. Double checking everything. It's not autographed, no problem. Here, I have a custom template. You can create a template. I like this, you know, for more deals, check our store. And I actually put my store link. If you guys aren't sure how to get your store link, let me show that to you really quick. So you click eBay. So we're in the normal eBay, click sell. Let's see here. You're going to click store, or hover over store, sorry. And then click edit store. And then, I'm trying to remember. Right here, you can see it says visit store, right? So when you visit the store, this link at the top, I'm going to pull this down for a second. You see that link at the top? That is your store link. So if you want to add that in there, what you're doing by adding this in here is you're making it clickable for somebody on like their smartphone. They can just click that and jump straight to your store. There are other ways to get there, but just make it as easy as possible on people. It's a very big deal. So we're going to set this up on an auction. It does not look like there's a whole lot of them out there on auction. And we've been doing pretty well on auctions, to be honest. I actually have been selling cards for a little more than kind of what I've been expecting. So we're going to turn offers off on any of my auctions. I start them off at $1. Some people hedge. If you're selling the right card, starting it off with $1 will get more people looking at it. When you bid on a card, right? So you go bid, hey, I'd buy this for $5, boom. You're going to get notified within the last 24 hours of the auction, right? I want as many people bidding on this as possible. That way, as many people as possible get notified. So we're going to set that up. Now, I have all of my stuff set up. I have a break ship, but let's pretend we don't. So you're going to go in here and you're going to edit a policy. So you're going to go in here. You can name the policy. Actually, let me create kind of a new one. Let's see. We'll go break ship copy. I'm going to edit this one right here. So depending on how you want to ship, for me personally, I like flat price shipping, right? It's going to cost me less than $5 to ship, but by setting it at $5, maybe it comes out to $4.60, maybe it comes out to $3.80, I don't know. But that difference between how much I pay for shipping and the $5, that helps to cover any of the shipping materials, which you guys are going to see in the next video that comes out next week. Each week in August, I'm going to release a video about something having to do with kind of buying and selling cards or something around the card stuff. So my first video is this one. This is how to set up to ship your cards in the first place. My second video is how to ship the cards, right? How to physically load them up, ship them. And then the third video that I have planned so far is how do you decide between grading a card or just selling a card raw. So if you find a card and you go, hey, this one could be sold raw, or I could grade it, which one should I do? I'm going to make a video that's going to explain that to you guys. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down here. So for this right here, it says eBay standard envelope. I don't want that. I want ground advantage, okay? So if you're talking about just standard shipping, USPS ground advantage is the one, okay? You come in here and you just set it to $5, right? $5, easy peasy. You can set each additional item to a set price. I set it to $1. If you want, you can set free shipping. So you could set one of these and save it as free shipping. So if you wanted a free shipping one, your $1 shipping one, and then your $5 shipping one. Now, handling time, they want you to do 3 business days. I do 10 just because I don't think there's a ton of value in doing 3 business days, but you can set it as 3 business days. When you're scrolling down here, you can decide on international shipping. I do no international shipping. eBay does offer international shipping, but they pay eBay. And so my responsibility is I ship it to an eBay hub. They ship it to the international customer. So that saves me, if that makes sense, on having to deal with the responsibility of shipping internationally. So for this one here, we'll put $5 shipping, and then we'll put greater than $20 card. Because any cards that I think will sell for under $20, Now, it doesn't count slabs, just so we're on the same page. Slabs will always have to go into standard envelopes. They won't be able to be mailed in the plain white envelopes, but you guys will see my shipping in the next one. And at this point, you can save and close. It's going to say, do you want to confirm the changes? Yes. And then what's cool is once you're done with this, it's going to load in there, and you'll be able to click on it, and you'll just know the $5 shipping for cards over 20 bucks. Perfect. This is the one I want to use. All right, and just to show you guys what I have set up for $1 shipping, just because it is helpful, so we're going to click View Shipping Policy. I'm not going to edit this one, just going to kind of show you guys. So I set up under eBay standard envelope for trading cards, right, up to $20, 3 to 6 business days, and I just set it up as $1 for the first item and $1 for each additional. If somebody asks me for discounted, you know, maybe I'd do 50 cents for the extra ones or whatever, but I feel like $1 shipping on cards is pretty cheap. So I just have it set up that way just so you guys can see it under the edit policy. You can see that everything is in here. Again, eBay standard envelope for trading cards, $1, $1 additional, right? Very, very easy. So this one qualifies as a break ship. Again, $5 standard shipping. Just so that you guys know, the post office charges for every 4 ounces currently. So whether you put it in as 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce, or 4 ounce, it's going to be billed the same. So I put in 4 ounce. If this was heavier, I just put in 8 ounce. If it was heavier than that, 12, 16, if that makes sense. So for this one, we're just going to put in 4 ounces. It goes into a 9 by 5 by 1 envelope. You can put in your information. This should be preloaded. You can promote your listing. I'm not going to. And at this point, we're going to save this for later. Okay, so this is the first step in the process. Save that for later. Hey there, Editor Josh here. So I put this card up. The auction went through. I said it was going to sell somewhere in the 35 to 40 range. It ended up selling for 38 bucks. Very happy with this outcome. Moved the card quickly. On to the rest of the video. Appreciate you guys checking it out. Okay, and then at this point, what we're going to do, so it's been saved into our drafts. We're just going to go back once. Okay, this puts us back into the recently solds. Okay, and at this point, we're going to look up card number 2, which card number 2 is Donruss Kenny Pickett Blue Press Proof PSA 9. And just so you guys know, I just clicked down one because it was already pulling up Kenny Pickett Blue Press Proof. So pull that real quick, PSA 9. We're going to do the search. It's going to keep us in recent sales. So you can see here, it's not trading very high, $15 to $25. I'm in this card like $23, $24. So I'm not really, I don't think I would sell it for $23. Like I would rather just keep the card. Plus with the football season going, I'm optimistic that his value is going to go up, right? I think he's going to be good. This is my opinion. You guys can decide, but this is how I decide what to sell cards for. So now I'm going to go look at kind of where cards are priced at. So you can see one is priced at 50, 25, 49, 20, 42, right? They're priced all over the place, but there's not a lot of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them total out there. That's good, right? That means that as the season starts getting exciting and if Kenny Pickett does a little something, 6 cards could go in a week, right? And then I could be the only card potentially. So I'm going to go back one, just using my mouse to jump back. And again, we're going to sell similar. So looking at these, and just so you know, I go much faster if I was doing this on my own. I'm just explaining my thought processes as I go. I like this one. Why? Lots of good information in here. He wrote out rookie card, or the person wrote out rookie card. They would put RC. Kind of has a lot of what people would be searching. So I'm going to sell one like this. So again, this is going to preload something for us. We can see here he only used 71, or he or she, they used 71 out of 80. So I'm going to type in Steelers. I never understand why people don't put in teams. I, all the time, will go look up Vikings. I'll look up Optic Vikings. I'll look up Vikings autos. So if people aren't putting Vikings, they're missing me, which I think is disappointing for sure. So we're going to click both of those. Scrolling down, Kenny Pickett, perfect. Press Proof Premium. It is not that, so we got to clear that. Make sure you guys know what parallel you have. With this card, it says right on the card, it is press proof blue. Press proof blue. You want to make sure you have the right one. The last thing you'd want is for somebody to have a return because you put in the wrong information. Select condition, professionally graded. Here, again, for me, I have a template. If you don't, create a template, right? You can click create a template, load up your template, name your template. This is huge. It's going to save you a ton of time down the road. Have a template for graded cards. Have a template for, however you guys want, whatever makes the most sense. But set yourself up templates. If you're going to be doing this all the time, set up templates, man. So Graded Investors, boom, click that. The next one after this, by the way, I'm going to do really fast. But for me, I'm going to price this at $80, okay? I don't think it's going to sell for $80 anytime soon, but I'm more than willing to wait until the middle of the season when hopefully he's playing really well. I'm going to put my minimum offer at $40 for what I'm going to allow offers. I always allow offers because, you might get an offer and just take it because you're like, hey, somebody's offering me $45 today. I'll just go ahead and sell it. Like, easy peasy, move on. Just to break down what I believe that I'm in this card. So this card right here, I opened out of like, I think the pack was like $10, right? It came out of, these come out of the fat packs. So it's like $23 to get it graded, right? So I figure I'm in the card 23 plus, let's say the fat pack's 10. So I'm in at 33 bucks, right? If I was to sell it for $40, eBay's going to take about 6, right? And so I'm looking at breaking even. $40 is my break even in my mind. And I genuinely believe if Kenny Pickett plays well this year, I mean, $40 for a PSA 9 Kenny Pickett rookie card, that seems pretty reasonable in my mind. Now, I could be 100% wrong, and maybe this is just a $25 card and I need to take the L. If that's true, I would rather sell it off of eBay for that kind of a price, and I think I could do that pretty easily. So if you guys do ever see a card on mine or on anybody else's in the group's eBay, and you feel like, hey, I like that card, but I'd like to make an offer on it, don't hesitate to shoot us a message on Facebook. If you guys are in the Facebook group, man, we'll save you a few bucks to not have to pay eBay fees, and you can save yourself some fees on your end. So anytime you guys can, don't hesitate to reach out on that. Anyway, let's jump back into it. So again, just scrolling down, got to scroll back up. We have to select our grader. It's PSA. The grade will pop up here in a second. I don't worry about the certification numbers. It's really genuinely not important to me. The only real value there is so that the person can type it in to check the certification. This is an inexpensive card, and once the photo's up, they can just type the certification in. So had I clicked here and here, I thought I clicked those. Anyway, that might have auto-populated, but anyway, scrolling to the bottom. So again, 4 ounce here, click tab, 951 for my sizes, and I'm just clicking 9 tab, 5 tab, 1 tab. It's very, very quick. Again, next one, I'm going to show you guys how quickly I do this for myself. Now, with this one being a set price, so buy it now or bin, we call it bin, I'm going to set this to 2%. So instead of eBay charging me like 12%, they're going to charge me 14%. But I'm going to get a different additional viewers. I don't pay the 11.9. If you pay their suggested, I mean, you're talking about like 24, 25% they're taking. But I don't mind throwing them an extra 2% to get this ad out to a few people, right? It's not going to go to as many as if I paid 12%, but it will go to a few people, so I think it's a fair price. Again, save for later, right? So we save this for later. I'm going to click back, and we have 2 loaded up. So this one I'm going to do at what I consider to be kind of my full speed. So I'm going to talk a little bit less, and I'm going to get this one in just so you guys can see. So for Pokemon, just type in Pokemon Gardevoir EX PSA 10, and I usually just type in the number 245. And you can see that these sold pretty good right around that 110 mark, so I'm going to go ahead and sell one like this. I don't overthink this too much. It's very quick. I just get the information in. So Scarlet and Violet EX Pokemon PSA 10. What I'll do just for look is I'll remove this and move this to the front. Pokemon, and then put in SVIEN Gardevoir EX, the this needs to move over. So click X. So I'm just Control X, Control V to post. I do not put that. I put that and that. Double checking, double checking, double checking. They're calling it a chase card full art. I don't care. All that stuff is probably valid. Professional grader. Boom, boom, boom. So you guys can see that you can really knock these out pretty quick. Buy it now. I'm going to put it 150. I'm just going to put it a little high, hoping that, you know, somebody will offer me somewhere between 150 and 100. I don't care. At the end of the day, it's just going to sell. You can see here it's at $1, so we're going to change that to break ship. 751. Sorry, that should be 951. It really doesn't matter. Click here. Click 2%. Got to go back up here and double check this. Professional grade, it's taking a second to load. PSA, and then this is a PSA 10. Oops, 10. Double check this. I'm not a fan of people capitalizing that, but you guys see that I put that up 20, 30 seconds, right? That's all it should really take you. If you need to do a little research, maybe it takes you a minute, minute and a half, but there you go. We're all loaded up. I'm going to take you guys to the next part. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, guys, so here's the next part of our setup. So what we're going to do is you can see that I've got a very cool little light box here. Links are in the description if you guys are interested in getting a light box. They're not expensive, like 25, 30 bucks, whatever. You can get these as well. Whether you decide to get a Graded Investors one, which I can hook you up with, or you want to just get one for yourself with your branding, feel free. Like I said, we are a community. If you guys want to brand yourself as a part of the Graded Investors community, I love it. If you guys choose to brand yourself independently, I understand. You guys are going to make your best decisions. We're here to help. We're here to support you guys. Any questions you guys have, we love answering them. So let's jump into it. So first things first, we're going to go into our eBay app. Right? So we got our eBay app here. We got to refresh it. Scroll down, and you can see I've got all the cards right here. So we're going to start off with Gardevoir. Pop the Gardevoir up. We're going to take these photos. Click on photo. Right? We're good. So what I have is I actually have this thing right here, which is kind of cool. I'm going to pop this up in front. I'm going to look right through the little window. This cuts out the glare. If you guys are curious about this, I could definitely make a video about this thing, but it's going to cut out any additional glare. So we just go like this, zoom in a touch, bang. Nice looking photo from the front. Flip it over. Sorry, flipped everything over. Again, peeking through the hole. Great photo from the back. Click done. At this point, it's going to start loading the photos. This is your one opportunity to kind of scroll through, make sure everything looks good. I'm very happy with what I posted. I'm not concerned with it, so I am good to go. Scroll to the bottom, and you're just going to click List Your Item. Now your item is listed. You're good to go. Done. We're going to go to Kenny Pickett Blue. Again, get into the photos. There we go. Peek through the hole. Again, if you guys are curious about this, let me know. I can make a little video on what I did here and why. But there we go. Kenny Pickett. Boom. Then we're going to flip this over. Just grab the card, flip it over. You want to give front and backs. If you are selling a raw card, I would take quadrant photos. So one of the top quadrant, one of the right quadrant, and zoom in more. With it already being graded, I'm going to assume that me and the customer both trust PSA and that this is a PSA 10 in very good condition. So you can see that if you piled these cards up, they show up in order. So the one that you put in first will be the last one, and the one you put in last will be the first one. That is important to know because you can just pile them up, if that makes sense. And when you pile them up, so you can pile up like 50, the last card on top will be the card that you're going to do first, if that makes sense. So I just pile them face up. And like I said, you can do as many as you want. For some reason, condition I didn't take care of, so we're going to click ungraded. And then it's going to give me something else here in a second. Correct, yep, card condition.
I usually just put near mint or better. I don't like this. I'd prefer to not have to do that, but they're now making us. I feel like people can argue that, and I take good photos, so I just want people to look at the photos. So again, box. Get that real nice photo going. Boom. Now, for me, that actually bugs me, so I'm going to go like this. Just dust it off a little bit on the front. It's just dust, but anything you have in your photo, sorry, so you guys can see, I'm just dusting off the front of the card. Anything you have in your photo, people can, you know, think that it's damage or something like this. So take the nicest photo you can. They don't have to be, I don't overthink the photos, but as nice of a photo as you can, if it takes a second to just, you know, you can see right here, there's some more stuff. So let's just pull this off. I'm going to rub it on my short or shorts. It's a weird word, right? Do you say short or shorts? I'm just wearing one shorts, but is it shorts or short? Anyway, moving on. All right. Bang. Take the last photo. Again, just front and backs for PSA cards. Looks good. I think I aimed a little low on that one, but not a huge deal. So those load. And one thing to remember, sorry, I want to make sure I cover this. One thing to remember is that because this is an auction, it's starting at 12:38 p.m. on a Thursday, right? So this is quite literally starting right exactly now. So if I click list, it's listing it immediately, and it will end 1 week from today because I do have it on a 7-day auction. If you want to change that, you can click this little pen or pencil on pricing. If you click more options, one thing you can do if you have a specific time is you can click schedule your date and time, and I could schedule this to end around 3 or 2 or whatever. For me, I'm not worried about it. I think this one's going to do fine at this time, so I'm just going to run it. And if you do change and set a time for it to start, they charge you like 15 cents. But if you're doing these at midnight, definitely set them for the next day at like, you know, 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 11 o'clock. I really do think the sweet spot for sports cards is either during the day or late enough in the evening that you're good. But I do think during the day, people are definitely bidding on cards while at work and stuff. So I didn't originally think that, but I do now. Anyway, appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys here in a second. Let's list this last one. And just like that, you can pay to promote. I'm just going to not do that right now, and you can see that it is listed. So there we go.
All right, guys, and just like that, we're actually done. So I'm going to click refresh here, and you guys are going to see that these disappear, okay? And if we go to listings, we're going to click on active. We should see our 3 new postings that we just made. So, yeah, 3 new postings are in. For whatever reason, they're not pulling, so let's type in mosaic glass. Yeah, and you can see, oh shoot, it's not even in yet. So probably is going to take a second, but either way, our posts are in, and we'll see how we do. So let me know what you guys think. Pretty easy process. Again, if you're doing this, you take the first card and you stack it. Take the second card, put it face up on top of that. Third card face up on top of that. The reason for that is the card on top is going to be the first one in your drafts. So when you go to take those photos, you're good to go. The way I do it, again, probably beating a dead horse, but I love to give this information, and I love to share what works for me. I'd love to hear what works for you guys. If you guys are doing this process differently, let me know. But again, on a Monday night football game, I'll sit down and I'll grab my laptop, grab 50 cards, and I'll go through them one by one. Again, when I'm done with the card, put it face up, next card face up, and I'll just load them up. Because again, for me, it's about just getting those cards into my system. And then the next evening when I don't have anything going on, I go sit in front of that light box and I just take those pictures. Bang, bang, bang. I've already got 50 loaded. My goal is to just load those into the light box. And the light box is in a different room, but I do still have a TV, so I can watch a little TV, put a show on in the background, watch a YouTube video, whatever, while getting those loaded up. And taking those 50 photos, because I'm just, again, repeating the process over and over. Card in, photo, photo. Card in, photo, photo. If it's a raw card, you're taking those nice quadrant photos. Photo of the front, all 4 corners, so 5 total photos. Photo of the back, all 5 corners, 5 photos, right? 10 total photos still only takes like 2 minutes a card, right? And so you just knock out those 50 cards in about 100 minutes, hour and a half-ish, and somehow in 2 days, in probably 4 hours, right? One, you were going to be watching football anyway. The other one, you know, you're just getting the photos up. But in 4 hours, you could easily have 50 cards on the internet, right? Now all of a sudden you're selling a few extra cards, but if you were to do that, let's say twice a week or 3 times a week, right? Let's say 3. So that's 150 cards a week, 650 a month, right? That's a lot of cards, man. At the end of 3 or 4 months, you might have a store similarly stocked to mine where you have 1,500 cards in your store. And you're going to find that those cards are selling all the time. So again, pay attention to which cards you're selling versus auctions. So let me explain that. Actually, I didn't really dive into that. Oops, wrong button. Boop, boop. So let's type in a card, and I'm going to tell you guys why I decided to auction one of those cards, right? So we're going to go back, and I'm going to show you guys. So here's the Gardevoir, right? So look, buy it now, boom, 100, done. Buy it now, 110, done. Buy it now, 105, done. So look, 13 bids, 87, okay? That's the reason that I'm going to put it up for the other number, because I am more likely going to get 100 off of a buy it now, because you can see somebody's willing to pay 100, right? But the bids are not exceeding 100, right? I am not greedy. I'm happy to sell the card. I don't really care that much. This is not a Pokemon card for me, if that makes sense. I don't even know the character Gardevoir, so somebody else probably engages with it more. But look at this. Buy it now, 130, sold. Buy it now, 115, sold. Let's take a peek at what the buy it nows are available. So yeah, there's ours at 150, and you can see it's sponsored. But you could buy one right now for 110. You could buy one, oh no, buy one for 130. So they're all over the place between 100 and 125, 130. So we're just hoping ours gets found before somebody else's gets bought. But you can see they're all over the place around that number. Somebody's got one at 309. I mean, that seems a little off there. But 150 to 160, 120, you know, they're all over the place. So there's a ton of them out there. It's going to be a while before this sells when you look at that kind of numbers. But that's the reason I'm not going to auction this card. It just does not feel like the right card to auction, right? Same thing with Kenny Pickett. Only one bid. I don't like one bid situations, right? Now mine, this person might have had it at $25, and so they didn't put it at $1, so they didn't get a lot of bids. But I personally want high bids. But look, the one that got a lot of bids only got to $16.50. I'm telling you, I will keep the card over selling it for $16.50. It's not a liquidate card. Plus, I genuinely believe in our Facebook group, I could put it in for 25 bucks. Somebody would buy it in a heartbeat because it's a fair price. They know how much it costs to get a card graded. And so if somebody wanted Kenny Pickett, I mean, they know that $22, $23 to grade the card anyway. So anyway, hopefully this gives you a good idea on that. And then I'll show you guys the Matt Corral. So look, 10 bids got it to 37, 14 bids got it to 43. This card, I'm not super invested. I think I'm 20 bucks into it plus 23 for the grading. So I'm probably in at $43. So if it sells around this, I'll lose a few bucks on the fees. But this was for a different reason. I'm grading this collection, keeping this collection. So I got the 10. I'm going to win if I ever decide to sell the 10. I'll just show you guys real quick, which I'm not planning on selling it. In fact, Matt Corral's from Ole Miss, so we'll probably just keep it. But you can see a 10 goes for double, like triple almost, right? 125, 102. There is one down here at 76, but in general, it's worth well over double as a 10. So I feel like, you know, selling this one, getting out from underneath it, it's fine. I'm not really losing a whole lot because I did so well on the 10. So it's just the way I balance it in my head personally. So let me know what you guys think. Again, if you guys have a different process, I'd love to hear it. I really am somebody who believes that, you know, iron sharpens iron, right? If you guys have ideas, I have ideas, our ideas collide, and hopefully better ideas come out at the end. But I do find that this process works very well for me. Again, check out the next video, which is going to be on shipping your card, making sure the card gets shipped, making sure the card gets shipped. The next one's going to be on making sure the card gets shipped successfully. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, check out the links. We got a great Facebook group if you guys aren't already in there. Great guys there to help. We got guys, gals, people buying, selling, trading, sharing information, supporting each other, helping each other. We got a lot of guys starting new stores that are kind of figuring it out. We've got a number of guys who have a lot of sales in their stores, and we're here to help you guys out. We want to make sure that people have fun. We do breaks. We do all the other stuff as well. We even have some giveaways for fun. But at the end of the day, it's just a fun group of people looking to help each other out if there are questions. So if you guys have them, don't hesitate to jump in the group. Appreciate you guys very much. See you guys in the next one. I'm out.